right, fans, what we've got coming up right now is a battle of two of the top tag teams here in IPW. Coming out first, you see Uptown Frankie Capone and Python, along with the lovely Coral. And here come their opponents. These guys just had a victory over the Backseat Boys at Dallas Bull Lounge not too long ago. It's Roderick and Sedrick, the Strong Brothers.
The Strong Brothers just made a great impression just up in Jersey All-Pro Wrestling. They went up there and showed the fans of Jersey All-Pro, which the Shane Brothers are the tag team champions of, mind you. They went up there and showed what IPW is all about. They're supposed to be the bottom level of the tag team division. Look at the conditioning of the Strong Brothers. Perfectly executing 5 push-ups and then springing up and getting in the face of Python. I love these kids. Actually, I don't like them in the least bit.
Well, I was going to say, when did you start loving these two kids? You can't like them too much, having them going there against the likes of Uptown Frankie Capone and Python. Not that it's not a big opportunity for these kids, but these two guys are nuts, they're huge, and they'll tear your head off for no apparent reason.
Just standing up on the ring apron and being able to look down the shirt of Coral is worth getting in the ring with Python and Frankie Capone. She's very busty, and from what I understand, she's actually quite an intelligent girl if anybody out there cares about such a thing.
Well, I would guess most of our fans just tuned out that last part, Ron Niemi, as we all know what they watch IPW for. Oh, look at that. Python just throws him around like he weighs about $105. I tell you what, Ron Niemi, the power of this guy is amazing. He's come in here with Frankie Capone at a whole new dimension.
Huge short arm clothesline. After he throws him up in the air like a sack of potatoes, he levels them with a short arm clothesline. And he shows them why they are the #1 contenders for the Florida Unified Tag Team titles. Frankie Capone and Python, I hate to call him Frankie Capone, he calls himself the instigator of violence after a huge incident up in Crystal River where he decided to punch a fan right in the face. Look at him resorting to the shortcuts this early in the match.
I tell you what, he heads him right in the groin area there. You can call Frankie Capone whatever you want, just don't call him a fraud.
You can't call him a fraud, because if you do, you get leveled by a big back elbow like that, like Roderick Strong did. The Strong Brothers are making a name for themselves in the independent scene today. Ring of Honor wants a piece of them. Jersey All-Pro Wrestling wants them. Combat Zone, IPW has them. They're working their way through the ranks to try to get a title shot. Huge boot by Python absolutely levels Roderick Strong.
Yeah, Roderick Strong taking the brunt of the beating in this match, and as you saw a few minutes ago, great tag team work there by Python and Frankie Capone. They lured Cedric Strong in, able to keep Roderick back in their corner, frustrate these young kids all at the same time. Frankie Capone shoots him off the ropes, but gets kicked for his troubles, gets popped right in the head, and he gets laid down by Roderick Strong. He's taking a hell of a beating, but he's coming back strong, and big kick right across the face of Frankie Capone, and he finally gets the tag to his brother Cedric, who I call the wannabe Superman.
It's a huge hot tag with a big double drop kick, rock and roll express style. I don't know who would be the Robert Gibson of the group, but I feel sorry for him. Roderick Strong, he shows the young stallion out there. Did I just call Frankie Capone a young stallion?
I believe you did.
I think that's the 6th nickname I've given him this match. He instigates violence. He comes in here, calls himself Uptown Frankie Capone, tags in the monster of the unit, Python. These guys have made it very clear. They don't care if it's the Shane Brothers. They don't care if it's wrongful death. They want to destroy every tag team in IPW. They might think they got it made in there with the Strong Brothers, but I got news for you, Python and Frankie Capone. The Strong Brothers are a hell of a lot better tag team unit than you give them credit for. And you what? Oh my God, a huge knee drop. Ouch. Right to the back.
I tell you were just talking about the Strongs being an up-and-coming tag team. I've actually heard them compared to a young Shane Twins, well, obviously not without the size, but as far as how quickly they're coming along on these business, right across the rope there with the throat. As I was saying, they're coming along very quickly, and of course the fact that they are brothers is drawing those comparisons. They've both been working up in Jersey All-Pro. Just drawing those comparisons from anybody is quite an honor, but honors aren't going to do you a thing when you're getting choked out by Frankie Capone and chopped by Python there in the corner.
See, his brother Roderick isn't helping him in the least bit. He thinks he's coming in trying to save him. Unfortunately, that's all it does is distract the referee, the mullet, Richie Rich, who then has to take his attention into getting him on the ring. While that's happening, he's getting double teamed by Python and Frankie Capone. I don't think I have ever seen that ever happen in a tag team wrestling match.
You've never seen double teaming go on during a tag team match?
Maybe once or twice, but that's for another time and another place.
All right, there you see Roderick Strong able to get in and break up that pinfall attempt. And I tell you, these brothers, they work very well together, but at the same time, Look at this. Once again, the youth of these guys showing through. They're not playing it smart. You don't just run in there without the tag. That always backfires on you. Oh, huge, vicious backbreaker, and he picks him up. Going for another one here, it looks like. Oh, and his back has got to be about broken in two right now.
Python absolutely destroying Sedrick Strong. Python reminds me of a very young warlord, except for the thing it doesn't remind me is Python can actually wrestle.
Yes, he can. A lot of times people mistake him for just a power wrestler, and that is certainly not the case, as you all have seen here. But he does miss with two elbows there. Oh, but look at that. He just catches Sedrick Strong right out of midair. Oh, and a shoulder breaker there right in his leg. And I tell you, he's beating these guys up so bad with his leg that he's probably going to be sore in the morning.
It took Python a little getting used to the competition level of IPW. Came from the bush leagues of the independent scene here in Florida. He got what he deserved. Huge leg drop by Frankie Capone. His partner, Frankie Capone, got him the IPW opportunity that he so well deserves. He come in here, it was a little bit more than what he could handle at first. Sometimes he didn't go in there and get it quite as aggressive as he could. What are they trying to do to Sedrick Strong in there? Are they trying to make it where this young man can't reproduce? Sure, he has 4 illegitimate kids of 4 different races.
Ron, what are you even talking about? You know that's not the truth. You're just out here trying to cause tomfoolery.
No, I'm not. This is actually skullduggery.
It's what?
Skullduggery.
Yeah, that's kind of like an independent lovers fest. All right, right now Python choking out Sedrick in the corner. And I tell you, I thought Roderick took a hell of a beating at the beginning of this match. Oh, now, just as I was saying, Sedrick looked like he was about out. He comes back. I tell you, youth may hurt these guys in some things, but it helps them out getting their second wind very quickly and just being as athletic as they are. But right now, Python just lays him out there on the mat. It seems like they're just toying with these guys. You shouldn't do that. Anytime you have a chance to beat a team the caliber of the Strong Brothers, you go ahead and do it. You never know what might happen down the road to cost you the match.
June 8th at the Florida WrestlePlex, you're going to see the Strong Brothers. You're going to see Python and Frankie Capone. June 15th out at the Winter Haven Chain of Lakes Civic Center, I can't guarantee that Python and Frankie Capone are going to be there because they claim to be in huge negotiations with a big wrestling tour in Paraguay. I don't believe it. I guarantee you I'm going to put my name right here. You will see Frankie Capone and Python. They may be holding some belts at that time. They may have lost belts. The belts in IPW, people are getting shots left and right. The thing is, when they win the belts, they got to defend them sometimes the very next night. These huge title match coming up against Wrongful Death, they may very well end up the tag team champions. But if I was a betting man, I don't see that happening.
Well, you never know. Wrongful Death has been close to unstoppable here as of late in IPW. But as you can see right now, the Strong Brothers look like maybe they want to prove that they should deserve that title shot as Roderick finally gets in and is coming back fast and furious on the big man Python. Oh, but a huge double clothesline. Every time these guys get some offense going, Python seems to be able to turn it around with his power. And if he gets one of these guys and one of his power, oh! That was Dagon Briggs. We're just talking about Wrongful Death. And there you see one up of the tag team champions. Just comes in and nails Python in the back end with the chair. What's it? 1, 2, 3. Dagon Briggs just cost Python this match.
Paybacks are a bitch, aren't they, Python? You wanted to stick your nose in the business of Wrongful Death when they were defending the titles against Trent Acid and Johnny Cashmere, the Backseat Boys from Combat Zone Wrestling. You wanted to stick the nose in the business of the Florida Unified Tag Team Champions. Dagon Briggs just came out, threw a chair from about 10 yards away, and leveled you in the back. Sure, it took 2 guys hooking you like,
little dissension.
See, it's Frankie Capone. He gets under the skin of everybody. He is the instigator of violence. What? Come on now, Python. This is the guy that got you in IPW. Sure, he's a pain in the ass. Sure, he bothers every one of us. He's the most hyper individual in IPW. What the hell are they doing?
What does he do? Now they're hugging. Looks like Frankie Capone started seeing that he was getting the short end of the stick there.
That's an independent lovers fest.
Yes, it is.
Python and Frankie Capone, still big and sexy, still the instigator of violence, and still one of the strongest men in IPW.